Hi class, it's Professor Kristen McKay, and this is your quick overview of assignments for Psychology 442, Psychopathology of Childhood and Adolescence. It's important to note that your assignments are actually built into each of your learning modules, so it's really important that you complete your assignments every single week in each learning module because your assignments do build on each other over the semester. So if you miss doing an assignment for a specific learning module, it can be impactful down the road when you're going to be turning in your final paper or website or assignment of some kind throughout the semester. There are 4 kinds of assignments that are built into this course. There are discussion boards, papers that need to be written and formatted in APA 7th edition formatting, some website creation, and then also exams on the chapters that you're reading each week. So let's talk a little bit about discussion boards. So you have 3 discussion boards this semester. The first one is your introduction discussion board, which will be in week 1, and that's in the Welcome Start Here module. Discussion board 2 will be happening in week 2, and that's on the importance of children's mental health. And then discussion board 2 will be happening in week 13, and that's going to be on the prevention of suicide in adolescents. Rest assured that there will be more directions coming about what the expectations are for those discussion boards, but just to give you a little bit of a heads up. One of the bigger assignments for this semester is the Child Psychological Disorder website or paper. So you're going to be able to use either Wix or Weebly to create a website that covers a childhood psychological disorder that is covered in your textbook this semester. And so this is a 5-part assignment, and it builds. It's worth a lot of points, so it's worth spending the time and the energy on for each of these sections because it's only going to help the final end product that you end submitting in week 14. For week 1, you're going to be doing a website paper tutorial exploration. So this is where I'm asking you to spend some time exploring Wix and Weebly and the different platforms to be able to build a website, to create an account, and to submit a screenshot to me that lets me know that you spent some time doing some exploration. Then the next part is you're going to be submitting your proposed sources in APA 7th edition formatting. Those are the sources that you're planning to use as your references for your website or your paper. And then you're going to submit your draft website or paper in week 9. And then, this part's super fun, I will gather all of your different website links and make them available to your peers, and you guys will be doing peer evaluations on the paper or the website that you're working on. This feedback from your peers is really crucial in knowing what you need to incorporate to make your website or your paper the best it can possibly be. And then in week 14, you're submitting your final website or paper. The next big assignment is going to be in week 6, and this is the Genie case study analysis paper. So there will be paper instructions that will be posted in week 6. You can also find those instructions ahead of time in the assignments folder if you're curious and want to get a head start. You end up watching a video on Blackboard called The Secret of the Wild Child, and then writing a 4 to 5 page paper in APA 7th edition formatting and submitting that paper on Blackboard. You do only have a week to complete that 4 to 5 page paper and watch the video, and so it's very doable. But also, if you desire to get a head start on this, all of the instructions for this assignment are also posted in the assignments learning module in Blackboard as well. And then in week 10, we're going to shake things up a little bit, and you're going to do a children's mental health scavenger hunt. Really, this is just a variety of sort of like online quests or challenges that I'm asking you to complete. And there's points that are associated with each of those quests or challenges. There'll be different articles to read, different things to complete and accomplish. And each of those clues, I'm calling them, is worth a different number of points. So that will be coming in week 10. And then, of course, a huge part of your score for the semester and evaluation is going to be via exams. And exams are on the different chapters that you're reading during your readings each week. Exam 1 happens in week 4, exam 2 in week 7, exam 3 in week 11, and exam 4 in week 15. And then there's also finals week as well. And so notice that they're all very much spread out. They're covering multiple chapters each time, and they are all open book, but they have a 2-hour time limit associated with them, and there's 75 questions. So definitely spend your time in the material each week, because it will really pay off by the time you're hitting an exam week. There are 5 exams total, including the final exam, but the final exam is optional. I'm only going to be including your top 4 highest exam scores in your final grade. One thing to note is that exams cannot be stopped and restarted. Once you've started, you need to complete it. And I'm not able to reset the exam for you, so it's really important that you find a time that you're able to set 2 hours aside to really dig in and take your exam and complete it start to finish, and that will set you up best for success. And then finally, extra credit crossword puzzles. And so there are 28 points of extra credit built into this course. For each chapter, there is a chapter crossword puzzle that is built into your learning module. If you complete the crossword puzzle and send me a screenshot or a picture and submit that in the link that's in the learning module, if your crossword puzzle is correct, you will get 2 points for that crossword puzzle. And there are 14 chapters, and so 14 crossword puzzles, which means that there's up to 28 extra credit points on the table for you, which can really make a big difference. So I would encourage you to even just be in the practice of doing crossword puzzles every week, so that you just have that extra buffer of points built in. So that is our assignments in a nutshell for the semester. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I am excited to have the semester with you.